Now time for his head. So with the same blue yarn we used for his body and my 3.5mm hook still, I'm going to slip knot onto my hook and I'm going to chain 2. So 1 and 2. Now into the second chain from hook, I'm going to do 6 single crochets. So 6 single crochets all into that second chain space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. For our next round we want to increase from 6 stitches to 12. To do that I'm going to do 2 single crochets into every stitch. So into our first stitch, I'm going to loosen it off first because it tends to be really tight. Into our first stitch, 2 single crochets for 1 and 2. 2 single crochets into the second stitch for 3 and 4. 2 single crochets into the third stitch for 5 and 6. 2 single crochets into the fourth for 7 and 8. 2 single crochets into the fifth for 9 and 10. And 2 single crochets into the last stitch of this round for stitch number 11 and 12. For the next round we're going to increase from 12 stitches to 18. To do that I'm going to single crochet into 1 stitch and then I'm going to do 2 single crochets into the following stitch 6 times. So I'm going to single crochet for 1 and increase in the next stitch for 2 and 3. Single crochet for stitch number 4, increase in the next stitch for 5 and 6. Single crochet for stitch number 7 and increase in the next stitch for 8 and 9. Single crochet for stitch number 10, increase in the next stitch for 11 and 12. Single crochet in the next stitch for stitch number 13, increase in the next stitch for 14 and 15. Single crochet for stitch number 16 and increase in the next stitch for 17, 17 and 18. For the next round I'm going to increase from 18 stitches to 24. To do that I'm going to single crochet into 2 stitches and then I'm going to do 2 single crochets into the following stitch 6 times. So single crochet for 1 and 2. Increase in the next stitch for 3 and 4. Single crochet 5 and 6. Increase in the next stitch for 7 and 8. Single crochet 9 and 10. Increase in the next stitch for 11 and 12. Single crochet 13 and 14. Increase in the next stitch for 15 and 16. Single crochet 17 and 18. Increase in the next stitch for 19 and 20. Single crochet 21, 22, and increase in the last stitch of this round for 23 and 24. So we're now up to our last increase round and I'm going to increase from 24 stitches to 30. To do that I'm going to single crochet into 3 stitches and then do 2 single crochets into the following stitch 6 times. So single crochet for 1, 2 and 3. Increase in the next stitch for 4 and 5. Get some more yarn. Single crochet 6, 7 and 8. Increase in the next stitch for 9 and 10. Single crochet 11, 12 and 13. Increase in the next stitch for 14 and 15. Single crochet 16, 17 and 18. Increase in the next stitch for 19 and 20. Single crochet 21, 22, 23. Increase in the next stitch for 24 and 25. Single crochet 26, 27, 28, and increase in the last stitch of this round for 29 and 30. So we're now going to single crochet around these 30 stitches for 5 rows, or 5 rounds. So 5 rounds of single crochet. I've finished my 5 rounds of single crochet, and for our next round we're going to single crochet 22 stitches in the front loop only. So for each stitch we're only going to pick up the front loop of each stitch to complete our single crochet. So that's 1, and we're going to do another 21 single crochets in the front loops only. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20, 21, 22. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Next we're going to single crochet back along these 22 stitches, but we're going to go through both the loops again this time. So 22 stitches through both loops. 21, 22. Chain 1 and turn again, and now we're going to single crochet back across them 22 stitches one more time. So another 22 single crochets. And at the end of this row we're going to chain 1 and turn our work again. For the next row we're going to begin with 2 single crochets. So single crochet 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Now we're going to single crochet into 1 stitch and single crochet 2 stitches together 6 times. So we're going to single crochet into 1 stitch, then we're going to single crochet 2 stitches together, and we're going to do that 6 times. So I've already done it once. So just done it for the second time. Single crochet 1, single crochet 2 together for the third time, single crochet 1, single crochet 2 together for the fourth, single crochet 1, single crochet 2 together for the fifth time, and then single crochet 1, single crochet 2 together for the 6th time. And to end this row we're going to single crochet the last 2 stitches. So 1 and 2, chain 1 and turn our work. So after that last row we now have 16 stitches. To begin the next row we're going to begin with another 2 single crochets. So single crochet into the first 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Now I'm going to decrease 2 stitches together 6 times. So I'm going to single crochet 2 stitches together 6 times. So decrease for 1, decrease for 2, decrease for 3, decrease for 4, decrease for 5, and then decrease for 6. And to finish this row I'm going to do a single crochet into the last 2 stitches. So 1 and 2, chain 1 and turn my work. So we have 10 stitches now, and for this next row we're going to decrease these 10 stitches to 5. So I'm going to single crochet 2 stitches together 5 times. So single crochet, 2 stitches together once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times. And now I can chain 1 and I can cut my work, or cut my yarn. I'm going to leave a bit of a tail so I can use the tail to sew the head onto his body a little bit later on. So before we go any further, I'm just playing around with where I want his safety eyes to be. So these are 6mm safety eyes, and you want to make sure that you position them equally between the gap that you left. So this is the 22 stitches that created the back of his head. We need to make sure his eyes are central to the 8 stitches that we missed. So I have ended up putting my safety eyes between rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, rows 7 and 8 of the head, and they are 3 stitches apart. So I'm happy with them, so I'm just going to pop the backs onto them. Now it's time to finish his head. To make this easier, I'm going to bend the extra part of the helmet that we made. I'm going to bend it backwards so it exposes the back loops that are left. Do you remember earlier on when we only single crocheted into the front loops of 22 stitches? That means that there are 22 back loops of 22 stitches left, and we're going to need them for the next part of his head. So now I'm ready to add my pink yarn. So into the back of my work, so his eyes are facing forward, but into the back of the work I'm going to join the pink yarn. So I'm going to do a slip knot onto hook, and I'm only going to be working in these back loops that are left, and I'm going to join my yarn by inserting my hook into any of the back loop stitches, yarn over and pull through a loop. So there are 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through both of these loops. So I have attached my pink yarn whilst doing my first single crochet. So we have 30 stitches on his head that are available to us. We have 22 stitches that are available in the back loops, and we have 8 stitches across the front of his face that we have both loops available. So for this round I'm going to single crochet around, and when I have a back loop available I'm going to single crochet through that, and when I get to the front 8 stitches of his face I'm going to single crochet through both of the loops that are available to me. So at the moment I'm working through the back loops, and I've already done 1 stitch, so I'm going to carry on. So single crochet 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So after I've done 14 stitches, I am now at the front of his face, and I'm going to go through both loops of each of these stitches now. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And now I'm back to the back loop stitches, so I'm going to complete the rest of his head in the back loops only. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. So we've single crocheted around all 30 stitches, and now we're going to do 2 rounds of single crochet into these stitches. So 2 rounds of single crochet, and I'll meet you back here when I've finished. So I've finished my 2 rounds of single crochet, and I'm now going to start my decreases again. So we have 30 stitches and we want to decrease to 24. To do that I'm going to single crochet into 3 stitches and then single crochet 2 stitches together 6 times. So I'm going to single crochet for 1, 2 and 3, single crochet 2 stitches together for number 4, single crochet 5, 6 and 7, decrease for 8, single crochet, 9, 10 and 11, decrease for 12, single crochet, 13, 14 and 15, decrease for 16, single crochet, 17, 18 and 19, decrease for 20, single crochet, 21, 22, 23 and decrease for 24. For the next round, we're going to decrease from 24 stitches to 18. To do that, I'm going to single crochet into 2 stitches and then single crochet 2 stitches together 6 times. So single crochet, 1 and 2, decrease for 3, single crochet, 4, 5 and decrease for 6, single crochet, 7, 8, decrease for 9, single crochet, 10, 11, decrease for 12, single crochet, 13 and 14, decrease for 15, single crochet, 16, 17 and decrease for 18. So at this point I'm going to pull my loop up and I'm going to stuff the head so far. And now I can reinsert my hook. And we have 12 stitches, oh no we don't, we have 18 stitches and now I'm going to decrease to 12. To do this, I'm going to single crochet into 1 stitch and then single crochet 2 stitches together 6 times. So single crochet 1, decrease for 2, single crochet 3, decrease for 4, single crochet 5, decrease for 6, single crochet 7, decrease for 8, single crochet 9, decrease for 10, single crochet 11 and decrease for 12. And we now have one more round of decreasing. We're going to decrease from these 12 stitches to 9. And to do that, we're going to single crochet into 2 stitches and then single crochet 2 stitches together. And we're going to do that 3 times. So single crochet 1 and 2, decrease for 3, single crochet 4 and 5, decrease for 6, single crochet 7 and 8, decrease for 9. Now I'm going to slip stitch to join and fasten off with the pink yarn. And I'm going to use the end of my crochet hook to put a little bit more stuffing in. So now I can fold the bottom of his helmet down and with the yarn tail from my helmet I'm going to pop that onto my embroidery needle and I'm going to attach it to the back of his head. Next, I'm going to show you how to make his head details. So I've already done one, so let's make the other. So with my white yarn, I'm going to slip knot onto hook, and I'm going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Into the second chain from hook, I'm going to do 1 single crochet, and now I'm going to do a single crochet into each of the next 3 chains. So 1, 2 and 3. So we've got 4 single crochets. I'm now going to chain 1 and turn my work. For the next row, we're going to single crochet across these 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then at the end of this row, I'm going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 and turn our work. For the next row, I'm going to do a single crochet into the second chain from hook, and I'm going to do a single crochet into the next 2 chains. So 1 and 2. And now we're back to the 4 stitches of our main body of work, and I'm going to single crochet across these 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, chain 1 and turn our work. So we now have 7 single crochets, and for this last row I'm going to single crochet across the 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then I'm going to chain 1 and I can fasten off. Now if I bring Captain America's head back in, I can put some pins on to keep it where I want it to be as I sew it into place. I'm going to use both yarn ends to do this. Now I can cut all these yarn tails off. And the last thing he needs is his mouth. So if I grab my black DK yarn and cut a strand of it off, I'm going to pop this onto my embroidery needle, and I'm going to give him a side smile. Now let's sew his head onto his body. So as you can see, the 2 gaps will join together. So firstly, I go around and do a couple of random stitches to secure it into place, just so I don't have to keep hold of it. And then I do a second round of more accurate stitches, if you like, so more thought out stitches. So just for this first round, you'll see me just doing a couple of messy stitches, which is just going to secure the head into place, roughly. There we go. So now I'm going to go around and I'm going to do more. I'm going to do a stitch through each stitch, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to do more accurate stitching rather than rough stitching. And when you're happy with the position, weave in your tail and cut it off.